Hello Falcons, Mr. Fleshner here bringing you our March school board update. We do apologize, we didn't get last month's posted, had a little bit of a scheduling conflict, but we're going to bring it to you here this month. All right, we're going to jump right into some superintendent notes that I shared with our school board this past Monday night. Probably one of the bigger items that's out there is, you've probably seen this in the news, the AEA bill, and also tied into some teacher pay increases and hourly staff increases that the governor has proposed. So I had the opportunity right before spring break to sit down with some other area superintendents to visit with Governor Reynolds and also Mackenzie Snow, the director of the Department of Ed, and Jane Dufault, the governor's ed policy advisor, and really have a nice roundtable discussion about this. And at that time, the governor really kind of shared her vision and rationale for some of the proposed changes that she was asking of the AEA. So did have an opportunity to kind of voice some things with her, and was certainly welcome and thankful for the time she gave us. But now that being said, we've got that piece of finance figured out for the school, and we'll start working on our contracts for our staff for the upcoming school year. And we're going to talk a few little budget items here at the end, take just a couple of minutes to kind of talk about those things. Next piece, we've talked about this a few times over the last several months, and that's AP's Master Facility Planning Group. This group has kind of gotten close to making kind of a final recommendation, but we're going to ask and seek more feedback from you, the public. We will be posting and sending out some opportunities in Appleton and in Parkersburg for some evening meetings to talk about some proposed things that the committee has come up with, some think-abouts and things that we've discussed over time, and then get some feedback from you as we kind of move forward with any future facility planning here at AP. Those are probably the biggest pieces that I kind of shared with the board, and then we're going to get into some budget things. All right, a couple of other agenda items to hit quickly before we get there. About a year ago, we're in a shared group with Appleton Parkersburg, Grundy Center, AGWSR, and Dike New Hartford for a shared social worker position. Now, just due to some circumstances, we did not have that position in place this year, but we were able to advertise, we were able to get hired a shared social worker that's going to go between all those districts and work with our students and our families. So we're excited to have that back on board going into next year. Something you might have noticed if you actually looked at the agenda, there's a piece of an insurance agreement with a natural gas group. That's something we started a year ago, where we contract all of our natural gas in advance of the upcoming school year, so they can kind of work through the markets and all those things. Excited to announce our plan for next year dropped about $30,000. So we're going to spend about $30,000 less than we did this year on natural gas costs. So that's a really good thing. Did have a couple of board policies, went through one that I think is really worth sharing. You know, substitute teachers, we're always in need of great substitute teachers. They do so many good things for our district, for our students, and supporting staff members. We changed the policy a little bit, so we'll actually be starting a pay difference for those teachers that are doing long-term substitutes. A lot of times with maternity leaves where staff are gone a little bit longer, to pay those teachers a little bit more, a little bit earlier, to thank them for their service. Okay, getting into a couple of budget items before we get started here. Inside this video message, Kelly, kind of behind the camera today, is going to post a JMC Community Messenger link. What this is, if you're a community member, you know, area family, you don't have to have students in the district to sign up for this, but if you're interested in getting some school announcements, you know, whether that be an activity change, a weather change, maybe an upcoming event, things that we kind of typically would send out to our families with students in the district, but you'd like to know about that, maybe you're a grandparent. Check that link out. It'll kind of walk you through how to get signed up if you'd like to get those notifications from the school. All right, let's shift to the budget a little bit, and more so really the tax rate. So probably about a week ago or so, you received a notification in the mail. And inside there it talked about the school tax rate, city tax rate, county tax rate. Now, I'm only going to speak to the school tax rate at this point. And it might be a little confusing. If you're a little confused with what that is, do not hesitate to reach out to me here at school. But last school year, our school district posted a tax rate of $11.92 per thousand. Okay? Now, there's a number in the middle on that tax rate that's going to be probably lower than that. What that is, if we think back maybe 6 months ago or so, you probably got a notification about the valuations of your property. And you may have seen a pretty big increase, maybe 20 to 30% increase in your property valuations, and you're probably pretty shocked by that, okay? That middle tax rate that's in there, that's what the tax rate of the school would have to be to drop it all the way down just to maintain the funding that we already had. This school year, our school posted a tax rate of $11.92. So percentage-wise, it's the same rate. It's very similar. Okay, not exactly, but it's very, very close. But because of those increased valuations, there is a little bit of an increase in what the school will be collecting in tax dollars. Two primary drivers for that. One, to offset early retirement programs that'll be forecasted down the road. All right, and also potential increases in our district's property and casualty insurance. Okay, those are the biggest drivers. But if you've got any tax rate questions with the school, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Give me a call here at school, send me an email, we can connect and we can kind of talk through all those things. Be glad to do that, okay? You can also go to the Butler County Assessor's Office website, and there's actually a tax rate calculator on their website. So you can put in your home or your business valuations in there. It'll work through the calculation and actually show you what your tax rate may go up or down. So maybe it's worth checking that out. Again, go to Butler County, go to the assessor page, and you can find all that information. And always, any questions, things you need to kind of talk about, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Have a great day, and go Falcons.